Hello and welcome to Panjim, the capital city of Goa, which is all decked out in her finery of fairy lights, with delegates all in a festive, filmy mood. We are midway through the film festival, and our anchors have been catching up with actors, directors, and delegates, enjoying gripping dramas to thought provoking documentaries, avant garde films, and just immersing themselves in animation. Director and screenwriter Sudhanshu Sarya and lead actor Radhika Madan spoke to Bambino on the film Saana, screened in the Indian Panorama section.
All right, I'm joined by the director and the actor of the most beautiful film. I think that many of the critics have already applauded the film about Sana. First of all, Radhika, congratulations. You already won an award for the film in the UK for this lovely film. I must say, she's
Thank you so much. And he won the Best Director award too.
And she won, it's very important for me, she won the Best Actor prize. Not actress, not male actor, female actor, actor. And I believe it. Whoever sees the film, they'll see there is not a performance that can hold a candle to it. It's going to be remembered for a while, and it's surely going to be beating everyone at all these various races that people get going. It's a miraculous turn of events. I'm very proud of it.
well. Going back, how did you kind of get the idea of writing and about a theme about it's about Sana?
I mean, only thing of value you have to contribute to the world is what you've lived through. And I think there is an epidemic of perfection happening in the modern world. I'm part of it. I'm stuck in it. And it can be very cruel. It can cripple you, prevent you from asking for help, place such onerous standards that nobody wins. And it's 10 times harder on women who are also historically dealing with the burden of inequality. And to shake off those shackles, they have to appear to be 10 times stronger. So the pressure is insane. Anybody can crack up. And really, the idea was to write something in that world and enter it in a very interesting way and do something that really speaks to, modern Indians living all over the world in our cities and.
I think Radhika, you played the role perfectly well to his, what he was looking forward to. Any challenges?
Definitely every single day of the prep and the shoot. I think Sudhanshu loves thriving in uncertainty and being uncomfortable because he feels that there is growth lying on the other side. And I got to experience that with him. And now it has actually become a subconscious trait within me that I seek things which make me uncomfortable. I have grown so much as an individual and as an actor just being in his presence, and I can't thank him enough for that. He completely changed my life. He gave me a performance, a character to be proud for, proud of my whole life, and he's just a magician, and I'm so grateful that he could see Sana in me and gave me that experience.
Well, I'm sure the masses will be waiting for the release happening in India. But before that, can you what's your message to the viewers?
I love it. I think keep challenging us. Do not settle for mediocrity. Fight for good stories. They're out there and they're coming to you. It's for a long time we have believed that audiences don't actually want anything new. They want to be served the same old wine, all kinds of bottles. And the audience is talking to us now. They're rejecting the cliche. They're asking for new. And it makes us all want to do better work, which we're all dying to do. So it's a vicious cycle. You think the audience doesn't want it, so you don't make it. So we've taken a step. We've made Sana. And we're going to make our way to the audience. And we want them to clamor and claw and get to it. And use it so that more stories like this can be told.
Fantastic. So with the two of you, I'm sure we're going to look forward to many more movies from you all too. And I wish you all the very best. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you.
The Goan film section was inaugurated today, and Preeti Soiru had a tete-a-tete with Nilesh Malkar, director of Moog, the Konkani word for love.
#Moog हे कशें नाव कशें सुचलें?
Basically, it was the script जी draft के लिए है. It's basically a love story, and like past films which you have seen of me, which I did for Konkani language, or basically I've taken Jackie Shroff, Seema Biswas, Kantar also Jackie Shroff was there. So this year what I did was I tried to make a film which is a pan-India film. So I roped in the Tamil actor Bharat Nivas to do the role. and Nakshatra from the Marathi film industry. So due to that, what will happen? The Konkani film will not be restricted only to our Goa sector. Because we have only two centers. There's North Goa and South Goa, and there are 12 or 15 theaters. So how generally we say, कि हमका theater मिलाना, all those things. But the theaters are also very less. So if you want to make a film at a bigger canvas, then you have to do a film which is a pan-India. So now tomorrow when the film will be in Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Hindi and Marathi. So audiences on those sectors will definitely, and even distributors are quite, excited right now to maybe get the film released. So that's the future plan, because right now it has been just selected at IFFI. So we are celebrating the premiere and the red carpet. But our main theatrical release might happen in 2024 by Jan or Feb.
तुम्ही फिल्म करतना गोवा म्हणटकच सगळ्यांक एक्सायटेड आसता की गोंयान आमी कितें कितें पळयतली वेगवेगळे आनी तुवें खंयचे खंयचे सिनरीज म्हणजे गोंयचे कॅप्चर केल्या फिल्मान #मोग स्पेशली.
No, generally when filmmaking is happening in Goa, even the Hindi sector or the Tamil sector, they all go towards the beaches and beach wear. But there is a life beyond that, that's inside the city. So there is another story that goes for the local Goans, local people, the normal human being. So I've generally, all my films, my first film was also a musical film where Jackie was playing a role of a saxophonist. Sima, Jackie got the Goa State Award also for the best actor for that role. And that was a musical film. The second film also was musical. This is also a musical film, in since there are about 5 to 6 songs in the film. Commercially, properly scripted screenplay with a content. And this time the content, I would say it's like a proper commercial film, but the film revolves around, like, it's a woman oriented film, and first time this film is related to women's monthly periods. People will understand that only after an interval what's happening, because till then people don't know what the heroine is going through.
Hidden artifacts, a nefarious plot, and truth that could reshape history. Savio Norona in conversation with young director Santan Ghoshal.
Halfway down the 54th International Film Festival here in Goa. And seriously, just finishing one of the best offerings that we've seen at the festival. And I have the director, Santan Ghoshal, with me. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for giving us 2 hours of splendid filming. It's a lovely mystery you gave us. You gave us music. You gave us a great story. So tell us where this thought first began.
Back in Bengal, like me and my team, we are known for making adventure films, for making mystery films, for thrillers. Like the producer wanted, my team wanted to make a film on Tagore, but we did not want to take that cliched biopic route. We wanted to celebrate Tagore and his legacy, his works. Like we blended the plots, okay, the life of Tagore, his works, and this murder mystery.
How did you get the sets done in London? I mean, take your whole cast there. How long did it take?
So yeah, it was around 17 days of shoot for this film. And when you don't have resource, when you don't have money, you need to think smart.
We were shown how the poets themselves revered Tagore and still do. And it's still such a nice part of life that we have among all Tagore fans.
Like every artist have faced situations like this, rejections like this. Artists in all of us, we relate to the character of Eklavya. He's really the heart and soul of the film, and he tells the audience, he shows the audience the message that we are trying to portray. Music like plays an important part in the film, and we got on board one of the legendary composer, Debojyoti Mishra from Bengal. Has scored many like national award winning films, and is a celebrated music director there. So the entire background score, it's created along the lines of Rabindra Sangeet. We have used many tunes of Rabindranath songs in the BGM.
Tell us how early you started, and you must be really working a lot.
Yeah, like in Bengal, you have to make more than one film a year to sustain, to run your kitchen. So yeah, we have to work a lot. I started early. This is my like 6th year of filmmaking, like professional filmmaking. Before that, I used to make short films, this, that, with family and friends. But professional filmmaking started six years ago. I've directed more than 10 films, 10 feature films, and I've worked a lot in the OTT platforms as well. That is also like 12, 13 titles I've already directed. So yeah, quite a few work, I guess.
Fabulous. Thank you for joining us, and your kitchen has given us great food, and
Thank you
we've
so
loved
much.
the taste.
Thank you so much.
once
I'm
again,
glad.
and all the very best.
Thank you.
Lushan spoke to a couple of film enthusiasts who are maha thrilled to be a part of IFFI.
I have Prathamesh and Paridhi here, all the way from Mumbai, who love films and have specifically come for the film festival. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. So, which is the movie you have seen recently?
We just watched Sirocco. It was an animated movie, French movie. So really loved it. I mean, it was really a nice peek into the kind of, it takes you back to your childhood, the kind of animation movies that you used to love as a child. So it was wonderful. I mean, I had a really nice experience with the movie.
Oh, very good. What was the best part of the movie that you liked?
So I think the part where the whole animation comes in, the cinematography and how they've directed it, the story, it was very amazing. It was very different from the usual animation movies that we watch. So I think overall as a movie and as the concept, the storyline was amazing.
It's amazing that you all have come all the way from Mumbai just for the film festival. Have you been for other film festivals in the past?
Yes, I mean, IFFI is one of the film festival I always look forward to every year. So I've been attending since I think the last 6-7 years. This fest, and I mean there are other festivals that I attend in Mumbai and otherwise as well. But IFFI I think takes the icing on the cake, because it's just amazing being here in Goa attending this film festival every year. It just gets better every year. So
you definitely say this year is much better than the past?
I mean, I say that every year because I mean there is so much more that gets added to the festival every year. I mean, from what it was 5-6 years back to seeing it now, it's just amazing seeing all the vibe. It's kind of a festival here, So it's festival in the literal sense. So
what are you looking forward to in the next few days at the IFFI in Goa?
So actually it's my first time at IFFI this year, and I'm glad that I started it with Sirocco, and I'm looking forward to watching many more films, a lot of interviews and a lot of panel sessions that are going to be happening at Kala Academy. So I'm really looking forward to the whole vibe of Goa, and it's my first time here, so I'm really looking forward to enjoying the next.
The world premiere of the film Fight Like a Girl was showcased at the festival. Al Roy spoke to award-winning film director Matthew Lutweiler and lead actress from South Africa, Miss Ama.
Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to the 54th edition of the International Film Festival of India. We've had the world premiere of the film Fight Like a Girl. I've got Matthew and Ama joining us out here. My first question would be to Matthew. If you can sum up the movie in 60 seconds, how would you sum it up?
God, that's actually not that hard. It's based on a true story about a team of female boxers in Congo and their coach, really, who was an ex-child soldier, and put together this opportunity for women to learn boxing to help themselves heal from being victims of sexual violence.
Right, so we have Ama as well, who's a star from Netflix's Blood and Water series, who's acting in one of the lead roles of this film. Ama, how did you go about training for the film? It's boxing. Did you actually have to prepare and train a lot for it?
Yes, there was.
Show the guns, baby.
Yes, there was a lot of training that went. Thank you for your question. There was a lot of training that went into this. I trained 4 hours a day, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, 6 days a week. It was very hectic, and I still box till this day. I really enjoyed it. It's such an amazing sport.
You speak about how boxing was meant to help, these women complete their lives. What was you? It's also part of a documentary series which you did, right? So, what was the inspiration of creating a documentary into a movie and getting it to the world out there?
I'm not really from the doc world, but we started following these. I always intended this to be a scripted, but we started following the women around. My business partner, producing partner, Anton Lanes, was kind of spearheading that concept, and it was great because as we were shooting a docuseries, it gave me just more details to work into the script. We'd go to a location following the girls to the real restaurant that they hang out afterwards, the real bar. and that became the location of the bar where they hang out. The place where they shot, where they actually, the gym they work at, that's the gym in the movie. The street kids, we got to know them over the course of a year, and I thought it would be interesting to integrate them into the script. They weren't in the original version of the script. So it really, the docuseries really ended up informing the scripted version. Yeah.
Speaking about the film as well, what were some of the challenges you had to face as an actor going through this?
Everything. So one day we actually shot 20 hours straight because we just could, like, there was a location thing. It was just so much happening.
You're in India right now. They're like, yeah.
Really? Is that like a thing? Does that happen here?
We do that all the time.
And we got confronted by locals one time while we were shooting because there's like a whole war that is going on. So we were shooting in a very sensitive time. So yeah, there were a lot of challenges shooting this film.
IFFI welcomes delegates from all over the world, and Charlene, at her very first IFFI, spoke to one of them.
Midway into IFFI, and we have the pleasure to have Ediva, who has come all the way from Portugal to have with us here at DT Goa. Ediva, thank you for meeting with us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Is this your first time here in Goa?
Actually, yes. I just arrived for the festival and first time in Goa.
First time. And this is your first International Film Festival of India?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. Have you been a part of any other film festival around the world, or is this?
I've been in film festivals, but not in India. I've been in India also, traveling around, but not in film festivals.
Yeah. Okay. How do you like your experience from India right now? This film festival here in Goa.
I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very excited to explore the film festival. It's very diverse. It really offers a lot of different experience which I didn't expect. So I'm very happy to dive into it and to see how colorful the festival it is. Yeah, so I think it's great.
So hope you enjoy your festival, and thank you for being a part of DD Goa. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
The best on offer in this section is our man for all things filmy, Sachin Chate, who spoke to Savio Norona.
Hi there, and a big welcome to Goa at the Film Festival, the 54th edition, the 20th one in Goa. And with me is none other than a well-known film critic and lover of all things films, Sachin Chate. Sachin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
100 hours gone by of the festival. So what would you say were your happiest moments in the past 100 hours?
One of the happiest moments was actually today morning with a Kazakhstan film called Goliath. Many times, you don't know much about the cinema from this part of the world, whether it's Kazakhstan, the erstwhile USSR countries, and even some of the Eastern European countries. So it's always a pleasant surprise to discover some of these films. And today was one of them called Goliath. A great landscape, and you learn so much from these films also. The kind of lifestyle that these people live, and some of the problems you feel are common, they are universal. But this again had a stunning landscape. But it's about a guy who fights against the local mafia there. And the local mafia is very brutal. They're into mineral mining. So Goliath is a very self-explanatory title. You know how the film is going to end. Yeah. But yet, it's a very captivating film. Apart from that, one of the very good films was a film called Close Your Eyes, which is made by a gentleman called Victor Eris, who's an Argentinian filmmaker who makes films in Spanish, of course. But he's been making films for more than 55, 60 years now. So it's always remarkable because normally, especially in India, you see a filmmaker's lifespan of making good films is 10, 15, maybe maximum if you stretch it 20 years. But many times you see these filmmakers from abroad who've been making films for a very long period of time. So Victor Eris, for example, he made a film called Spirit of the Beehive, which is one of those cult classics. And you would assume that a filmmaker who made a film in 1973 would be done and dusted with his work now, but that's not the case. We are in 2023, 50 years later, he's made another lovely film called Close Your Eyes.
So there are many of these filmmakers who not only accompany our lives, but they live our lives throughout our lives virtually.
Indeed, I mean, again, this is a classic example of 73, 78. He's been making films regularly. Later on, he took up to documentary filmmaking. it also brings up the question, what keeps these people
Going.
motivating, and what motivates them, and how do they keep going for such a long period of time? There's no retirement age as such for these people, and they shouldn't be, because they're doing some great work.
Yes.
It's not just them. Even if you look at a Martin Scorsese who's 80 plus now, he's still making great films.
Yes. And talking about retirement age, one person who I don't think will ever retire as far as films are concerned, or watching films and writing about them, is Sachin Chatte. So Sachin, one filmmaker who may immediately come to your mind at this moment, who is it?
Well, I'm looking forward to Nuri Bilge Ceylan, the Turkish filmmaker. He's one of the greatest filmmakers alive right now. Ever since he made his debut with a short film back in '95, which went to Cannes. After that, I mean, regularly, either it wins the Grand Prix, either he wins the Best Director Award, or he's even won the Palme d'Or for his film called Winter Sleep in 2016. So he's the best among the very best. I remember we had screened a film called Once Upon a Time in Anatolia, which was released back in 2011, but a couple of years ago rather, just at this venue at a film club in Martinez Palace. And the post-screening discussion went on for so long, and then it spilled over to the WhatsApp group. Oh, what does that scene mean? What does that scene mean? Did he mean this? Did he mean that? So, that conversation went on for days actually, and everybody was participating. So that's what a great film can do, and that's what great filmmakers intend to do, is, start a conversation among people.
They become a part of your life.
They become a part of your life, yeah. I remember watching Winter Sleep, his 2016 film, which won the top prize at the Cannes Film Festival. The film was at 10:30 p.m. in the night, and it's a 197-minute film, which is almost 3.5 hours. I remember it got over at almost 2 in the morning. Now, it's not an action film where, something is happening. It's a very slow-paced film. And yet, we were wide awake till 2 a.m. and didn't realize how 3.5 hours went. Now, that's again the power of cinema. His last film was a film called The Wild Pear Tree, which again I remember watching at Kala Academy. Another 3-hour plus film about a struggling writer. Again, one of those easy-going, slow-paced movies. But I still remember after that coming out, sitting at the Kala Academy canteen, having a cup of chai and pondering over cinema and life.
Listening to Sachin Chatte, he really keeps one wide awake, as he said. So all that and much more coming up in our highlights on a daily basis. Sachin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very
and
much.
Do enjoy the festival for the next few days.
Thank you very much.
Saving the best for the last. Shubi was starstruck when she met Manoj Bajpayee on the red carpet.
A very good evening and welcome to DD Goa. So I must tell you that I'm a very big fan of you. I think you're such a fabulous and phenomenal actor that I'm actually a little nervous to be standing right here near you right now. As an actor, when you choose a particular film, what's the criteria that you look at when you're picking a role?
There is no criteria. The film should really tell you that, I always believed in one thing, that you don't choose a film chooses you. It's very simple. And when you are reading a script or hearing a narration, just keep an open mind. For me, it's very important that it is talking about something that has never talked about before, or it is featuring the world that I have never been part of. These are and it is offering me a character that I have never played before. So these are the things that you keep in your mind.
That must be very difficult considering you have done so very many films. But on the same note, would love to ask you, when you act, I mean, I'm sure you do several films at a time. So is there any preparations that you actually do before you enter into a script?
I just said, so when I do one film, I do one film at a time. Okay, and then I take around a month time to prepare for the next one. Okay, so when I'm preparing, it's very important that I start with reading the script more than 20, 25, 30, 40 times. It's very important, and then making notes, and then try to build the character based on the notes that you have prepared. So these are the basic things that one does.
Well, I think they turn out absolutely splendid. To all of our listeners on DD, would you love to send a message? Because I'm sure they're eager and keen to hear a bit from you.
All I would say that Joram is a film which is releasing on 8th December. It has done remarkably well in all the international film festival. It is releasing in theatre on 8th of December. Please go ahead and watch the film and spread the word, because Joram is a film that needs people's mentorship. Okay, so you are going to be the promoter of our film.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Continue to experience the magic of the movies at DD Goa as we bring to you the daily highlights of the 54th IFFI. Goodbye from me, Orina. Au revoir. See you tomorrow.